Hey guys, it's Ross from Natural Aesthetics. Today's video is a compilation of training clips from two recent training sessions. First up was legs, and I started on squats. Bearing in mind this is my second squat session since straining my right adductor. So lifting moderate weight still, 140 kilos for 6 singles. Testing how my right adductor feels under the increased weight. Stiffness, tightness, pain, but it all felt good. No worries at all. So next session will more than likely be a return to normal intensity and weight, which I'm very much looking forward to. Just something for next session that I'm going to work on. I breathe into my abdomen before I lift, but more so when it's heavier, when it goes up to sort of 170, 180, I tend to breathe out at the bottom. So I've got all the air into my abdomen, but then when it matters most, I tend to breathe out. So that's something I'm going to work on next session. These are stiff leg deadlifts, 155 kilos for 9 reps. 2 reps up from last time I did these, were about 3 weeks ago. Keeping the legs fixed at the knee, slightly bent, so soft, but there's no excessive movement at the knee, and keeping the bum a lot higher than what you would do on a conventional deadlift. I don't let the plates hit the floor either, just keeping the weight moving at all times with these, keeping the tension on the hamstrings. Whereas with deadlifts I would either stop, start, or touch and go. Second session, chest and shoulders. Started off with flat dumbbell press. Didn't feel that strong on these. I had a slight niggle towards my right delt, and I wasn't able to push up as strongly as I would have liked, but still got 7 reps. 2 days later, I'm now recording this. The area feels fine, so it was just a little bit tight. Next I moved on to overhead dumbbell press, seated, and worked up to 42 kilos for 6 reps. That wasn't recorded. That was my progressive overload set, so I had no spot on that. I then used a spot to go for 46 kilos, which is this set here, for another 6. Again, felt comfortable, didn't feel too hard at all, so really pleased with that. 5% of my training I don't use a spot. I'm concerned with lifting heavier and heavier weights, and sometimes it confuses you when you're lifting with a spot all the time. However, on occasions when I feel like it would benefit me, I do, and since I had a reliable spotter here with me today, I used him to help me press a little bit heavier than I usually would do. These were 50 kgs. I've never done these before, so very pleased with this. Felt comfortable again. You wouldn't usually lift those sort of weights without a spot on the negative portion of the lift. So it's just a way to overload the muscles on certain movements of the lift. But really, yeah, for the most part of your training, you've got to rely on progressive overload. Lifting without a spot, then you know you've got stronger. These were flat chest presses, 100 kilos for 5 sets of 10 to 12. Well, actually this was the 5th set and I went down to about 7 reps, but started at 12. Keeping the weight moving at all times. Don't lock out. Don't stop at the bottom. Just keep it moving. Trying to squeeze the pecs hard, constantly focusing on the pecs, contracting, stretching. Next up I did 8 sets of lateral raises. Again on these, keeping it moving. Watch at the bottom. I don't stop, I don't rest. Keeping the tension on the side delts. Up fast, down slow. 8 kilos a side, so very light. But it burns if you do it right. If you need to stop the last couple of reps as you feel like your range of motion is decreasing too much, then so be it. But really trying to keep it moving throughout. So that was a compilation of video clips from 2 sessions this week. Watch out for some heavy squatting next session. Thanks for watching guys, subscribe if you haven't already.